All right. Awesome. So we are live.
Yay.
All
Via
right.
StreamYard.
Thank you for letting me kind of wing it with you here today.
Absolutely.
I actually thought we were talking yesterday about trying this out and looking at the free version and the paid version, and I started geeking around with it and love it. There's all these like cool little features on here, so I can add like a banner and stuff, but it's so much easier than the other way.
Really? That's
and
good.
And then, oh my gosh, and it's so much more efficient, and I have no troubles with it. And all the comments pop up right in here, and it's awesome. So this is StreamYard. And I just thought if we went live, that I know you have a bunch of stuff that you have going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought maybe you could even talk about that. But also I thought it would be cool to give even my audience, or maybe both of our audiences, the opportunity to see the different versions of StreamYard even.
Oh, that would be cool. So did you decide to do the paid version?
So not yet. So this is the free version.
Okay.
And I think you should be able to see that pretty easily by seeing the Powered by StreamYard logo up in the corner.
Oh, I do see that now. It was kind of blocked out by my
behind. Yeah. So the StreamYard branding stays on there. This is the free version. So there are some banners and stuff that I can put up here. So this is an example of a banner.
Cool.
That kind of thing, but I can actually do those and customize them, which will be nice. I can even do a little ticker. So let's say, welcome Tanya of Visual Identity Vault. And I can do that quick live and show it. And ta-da!
Very cool.
How fun is that?
Yeah. I'm going to screenshot that too for you.
And then I can even do like a little ticker at the bottom. So let's see. You have Martin County Strong going on.
Mm-hmm.
You have Inspire, Collaborate, and Encourage. Make sure I can type. And then, of course, you have, what else do you have going on?
I have my new digital site, which is Gracie B. Doodle Designs. That's a private group right now. But basically anyone who is like scrapbooking or wants to buy digital downloads, we can definitely do that. That's a new little thing that I'm doing that's just kind of fun for me. Awesome. And then I'm going to go live on a podcast with Christine Shreve on Wednesday at the Women in Business podcast that she started. And she's with the Women in Garment and Decorating group here on Facebook.
Women, and do you know what the name of her podcast is?
Women Plus Decorate, or Women Plus Business.
Plus Business podcast.
Her name.
When was that?
Wednesday at 2.
Wednesday at 2 p.m. Awesome. So I put all these little things in a ticker that then can go across the bottom. And then how fun is that?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And this, I think, is just so much more user-friendly and robust than what we were trying to do that would cut us off.
Yeah.
I will tell you on this that you might not know is if someone logs on through Facebook on your live, they have to grant StreamYard permission to show their name. So it'll show up to you as Facebook user. And you just have to like put in your post, go to StreamYard and click allow to let them let Facebook use their name. It's something in the Facebook rules.
Okay.
When it's a third party application.
Awesome.
Because otherwise in your chat it'll just say Facebook user and you're like, I don't know who that is.
So I wonder where or how they do that. I'll have to look that up and put that out there. So today we're using the free version. Monday, I'm going to, so we're just streaming live on Facebook right now. On Monday, I'm going to use the paid version, which is going to add another stream. So I'm going to stream to YouTube live as well at the same time. And then the branding will be a little different. So that little logo will be my logo in the corner, and we'll have different stuff up on here. But
very cool.
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about all those different things you just listed? Like, tell me.
Sure.
So you've had Martin County Strong going on. So, okay, so you and Jay have the Visual Identity Vault.
Right.
Down in Fairmont, Minnesota, which is in Martin County. Yep. And Martin County Strong is a part of this pandemic stuff going on, right? For the businesses.
Right. We were trying to figure out a way to help local businesses because we just feel so bad, especially for the people who had to close and couldn't open up at all and have no income. The hairstylists and massage therapists. I mean, all the little businesses are just, getting hammered. And we've seen other things called Here for Good that originated out of St. Louis. And we just took that concept and made it our own for a rural community. And decided to ask our neighbors across the street at DNS Trophies, who are usually our competitors, but we're also friends, if they wanted to take part in it. So we got together and did the social media together, order forms, built a web store, and basically all the businesses that wanted to participate and met the time frame, because we had to cut it off somehow, are listed on the back of the shirt. And then the front has a Martin County Strong design on it. So that was open for 2 weeks. And we just actually, all of us got together yesterday, socially distanced, of course, and packaged all of the initial orders. So we took 4 huge totes to the post office today. We've had people coming in and out curbside today to pick up their orders, and they're also picking up at DNS, depending on where they ordered their shirts from. So that's been really exciting. We're going to be able to send some money to all these different businesses because the people got to pick where their donation went. So wow. It was kind of a different nuance to it. And then we're going to reopen the store with the shirts, but we're going to have some other items too. We're going to have embroidered hats. I'm not sure about polos, but we're also going to offer sit cups and yard signs and things like that. So
did you have to go through a process of choosing which businesses, or was it just any business? If somebody said, I want to donate to this business, how did that work?
The businesses had to contact either Sarah or Jay, and they had to have a business license or insurance. Gotcha. So they couldn't just be a home-based business because we had to draw some line somewhere. Yeah. And then we set a deadline of you have to let us know by this date and this time, and then that's who made it onto the shirt.
Awesome.
So, and then we were able to get the web store built and launched, and we kept it open for 2 weeks. And I don't know a final count yet, but I think it was over 150 shirts on this initial first wave.
Well, and how cool is that? Like, I've seen other kind of fundraisers go out there that are kind of, I don't want to say you're just giving your money to the business, which is kind of a weird feeling, right? Mm-hmm. It's kind of weird to go somewhere that you usually buy a product from and say, hey, I just want to give you $50, right, because usually that's something we do with like a cause, right? Which it is at this point, but it's so hard to get past that change, I guess. So I've heard about other initiatives, but a lot of them are just donation. And I like this idea because you're still purchasing something. It just seems more in our society of it's so hard to ask for help. I just feel like it's so much easier to say, hey, you want to buy a t-shirt, instead of, hey, yeah, I make money in my business, but do you want to donate to, because we're really hurting? It's so much easier to ask for it that way. Like, do you want to buy a t-shirt than help? It's it's hard to say help, right?
Exactly.
No matter how much you're hurting.
A couple of things on the flip side that's happened because of this is it's shown people in our community that competitors can work together. We had a really great time yesterday packaging shirts. Sarah, Jay, and I have had a good time doing lives together and social media and talking. And it's also a positive spin on basically the whole year for Jay and I, to focus on something good instead of, you can either choose to do something good and focus on good, or when life knocks you down, you can choose to stay down too. And Jay and I both have decided that, okay, we're going to come out swinging. And if we can help other people, then we're all for that. So
heck yeah, we've
gotten some really good publicity. Both businesses have. I think the community has kind of rallied together, which is nice because we've had some bad press lately in the last few months. So yeah, we're excited to keep it going and see everyone in their shirts. That'll be fun when people start posting their pictures.
For sure. So now people can't purchase right now, right? Or can they?
They can't right now. I am not sure if we're opening the store this weekend or if it'll be early next week. I think that Jay has
But
some
you're
things
adding
to add.
products.
Yep.
Fun.
Adding
Cool.
some hats and things like
So
that.
starting maybe next week, where would somebody find that?
www.tvivmn.com/MC Strong.
Awesome.
And also on Facebook, they can just go to Martin County Strong. There's a page dedicated to Martin County Strong and all the updates and things like that. So it's been a very positive thing. And then another positive that's come out of this time for me is the Inspire, Collaborate, and Encourage. That page is kind of dedicated to stories. It could be business owners. It could be just anyone that has a story to tell. You and Tyler Grosskreitz and Chris Willert did a Zoom call with me and focused on small businesses and different ways we can help them. And so I'm excited to do more of those things.
Awesome. Are you planning on doing another one coming up?
We are. I don't have it all planned yet, though. I've got a couple of different ideas. And with Martin County Strong this week, I have it on the back burner of I need to work on this next week.
Awesome.
Get one planned.
So on that same note, so you guys, what are you seeing? So the visual identity vault makes a lot of different promotional items and items for businesses for their marketing. What kind of items are you seeing that businesses are really needing right now that it would help all these changes?
A lot of people are going ahead and doing new apparel. We've had a roofing company that's done a lot of their updated material for spring and summer. A construction company I have back there, we've done a couple for an Army unit and a couple of Air Force units just to update. And I think, to freshen up, people want to start getting back to their lives. And I think that as things start opening up, we're going to see more promotional products being ordered so that it's a way for them to, either give a little something to their customers that says, hey, thank you, or keep them top of mind, when they're doing different things. I think trade shows are going to be a little bit hard in the coming months. I know in industry, they're struggling just because there's only so many more weekends in a year. And like in Minnesota, gatherings are going to be limited to 10. So as that keeps happening, trade shows themselves are going to be hard. So people are going to have to try to figure out different ways to promote themselves to their customers.
Yeah, we might see more and more of these virtual trade shows and conferences going on. I've seen a few pretty cool platforms that are kind of AI looking.
Jay and I are taking part in one called Shirt Lab coming up June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And I had been granted a scholarship to go to the Women's Nexus in Chicago in June. And of course, it's canceled. So it's like 30 some different speakers and jam-packed 3 days of a virtual trade show and classes. And I think it's going to be really cool.
Is that mostly for your industry? Is that focused on? Okay.
Yep. Sales, marketing, production. Yeah, I think those are the 3 topics, and it's one thing each day, and like 30 some different speakers that they've gotten.
Wow.
Which is going to be pretty exciting.
Isn't it neat the things that we can pull off in this virtual time?
Even just our BNI groups, being able to still have our meetings every week. And I think that they've gone, really pretty well.
Yeah, agreed.
We're online, and some people were like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be on the computer.
Yeah.
And me, I'm like, hey, this is really cool. What can I do with this technology?
Right. Me too. I think it's interesting. It's been I shouldn't say everybody. I feel like a lot of businesses have taken the time to either better themselves, self-development, or found a way to pivot their business a little bit. So now is probably even a really good time to rebrand if they are doing some changes like that. So I would imagine those products orders will be piping up. Are you guys doing anything special? So I feel like, gosh, we're 7 weeks into this stuff. I feel like at one point I saw you guys posting that you were kind of offering the signs like, hey, we are open. Do you have different ones of those? Do specialized, how about like stickers or things for floor? Do you guys do that kind of stuff?
Yep, we can absolutely do any of the things that can help you socially distance, like the floor graphics, getting things to say, wash your hands. It seems like such a simple concept, but hey, here's hand sanitizer, please use it, as people try to come up with their plans for next week and the coming weeks of reopening and getting people in. So we definitely can do those sorts of things.
Awesome.
I think for small businesses, I anticipate we're going to have an uptick in people in here, but we typically don't have more than a couple people in the store at a time. It's kind of an all day long, people coming in and out. But I'm hoping that we can get rid of the herd mentality at the places that we're allowed to go, and when things open up, we can kind of spread it out and get people back to normal and doing what we need to do, and hopefully not have a second wave of outbreak.
Yeah. That would be really nice. It's funny. I've been in very few places, but I've been a few of the bigger places because it's all that's open right now. And I know I have seen, stand 6 feet apart stickers on the floors that were not 6 feet apart.
Right. There's these things called tape measures.
Yeah. So it's not just ordering the things, it's like following what they say, right?
Right. And I think a lot of that is just going to be people leading by example. Because like I was telling someone the other day, I was in Walmart last Saturday because I had to be. I mean, we were out of milk and, things like that. And I literally got ran into by 4 different people with carts.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, hey, you're not 6 feet away from me. Why are you running into me?
I feel like people are in such a daze right now.
They are.
I know. When we go out, I'm so stressed just getting into, because I'm that person who needs to keep tabs on everyone,
right,
even if they don't care. So
right.
I'm like, all right, you stand, don't move. You stand right there. It's all in my head though, right? So I'm not like directing traffic right in a store, but in my head I am. So by the time I get out to the car, I'm just like, okay, it's nap time. I don't want to go anywhere else.
I think as we open up, people will maybe relax a little bit more. I think that's going to do a lot for my anxiety level going down, of being able to like normalize a little bit. And like our situation with Jay is much different since he's at a compromised risk. I wear a mask for my own self. And then I'm constantly washing my hands and sanitizing. And as soon as I get in the truck, we have Clorox wipes. And, I hope that other people recognize the fact that it's not just for you. People are complaining, well, you can't make me wear a mask and you can't make me do this. And they might think it's a joke, but there are a lot of immune compromised people out there that aren't, elderly, little kids and people that are really sick, like my husband with his heart. So
for sure.
The biggest thing is be nice.
Oh, I know.
Nice.
The biggest thing, and I'm going to get a little opinionated here, but the biggest thing I keep saying is at first it was, oh no, small business. We all have to close. What are we going to do? And then we kind of got past that period a little bit and we're all itching to open. And then and then it was more of a, how dare these big companies be able to open? I get that. Also, but it started turning a little negative with that, right?
Right.
Well, now I see some local businesses able to open that maybe what they do is questionable on what your opinion is of essential. And they're just jumping all over. And it's like, until we're all open, I don't think anybody's going to be happy. So can we just support each other, please, God?
Be happy for the ones that can open, because you know what? Those of us, like we were able to have an employee here or two because we've been doing mask cutting, fabric cutting on our laser for Mankato Get PPE. So it's enabled them to get tons more masks out to the healthcare community than they would have ever been able to do just cutting them by themselves. Right. And so that at least helped us to be able to have our doors open and function a little bit. But I tell you, I am the first one rooting for all the small businesses that are seriously, worse off than what I am. The people who can't operate at all, my heart just breaks for them. And I just hope everyone keeps supporting support small and local. And, I have nothing against the big box stores. I have nothing against the candy store, but we need to be supportive of one another in our communities.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, and it's funny, you hear it different from everyone.
Mhm.
Like we're all in this together, but every single one of us is different. I've heard small businesses say that they thought they were thanking God that they had to close right away
Mhm.
because then they were able to lay off their employees and the process was smoother at that point instead of kind of not knowing what was going on, trying to feel their way through that.
Right.
I've heard people just panic from the get-go and they've gone 2 months without an income and are freaking out, which
Mhm.
my heart breaks for them.
Right.
I know there are people out there that feel like they can't open, but they probably could. There are others who, even when everybody opens or they're allowed to, are choosing not to, which I respect. You know, we're all kind of in very different situations with this that
Right.
I just feel like we should all be nice. Like, it's just kind of key right now. But
That's my biggest thing. And I get irritated too. I mean, Jay jokes with me all the time. He's like, you know, when you go to the grocery store or Walmart, you become like this whole other person. You become rageful. And I'm like, yes,
oh my gosh.
it's a horrible experience.
Oh yeah. Well, the fear it like takes over.
Yeah.
Even if you're not a typically scared person, even if you really don't think that you're going to maybe contract it,
Mhm.
there's just something about all the rules and all the unknowns. And oh my gosh, I just want to go isolate and crawl into bed. And you know, the other point of all of that is just recently I was thinking, and somebody posted on some group too about it, is that the things we don't think about are some of these big chains are
Mhm.
actually franchises that are locally owned. So somebody
Right.
had mentioned in one of the food groups that McDonald's in Mankato is actually owned or run by a Mankato family, all of them.
Mhm.
So,
Yep. There's
you know, people are trying to avoid McDonald's because it's not local, but it actually is. And it's just this funny
right.
stuff that we're learning now about,
Yeah.
you know, it's becoming more common to know about that most people wouldn't. It's really interesting.
Like our McDonald's is locally owned, and I think that he owns not only Fairmont, but Blue Earth and Wyndham or St. James, one of those. I think he owns 3 locations. And same with the subways. I think the subways in this area are all locally owned because we did a bunch
Oh
of
yeah.
banners for them saying, hey, our drive-through's open. We've got curbside pickup, you know, just trying to get, you know, people to realize that, hey, we are open and functioning, because some have chosen not to open just because it doesn't, you know, they wouldn't be able to meet their bottom line by doing it. You know, like I think that's what the wow zone, you know, they wouldn't be able to, it didn't make sense for them. But other people, she's so cute.
She's gonna come join our live.
Okay.
Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi, how
I
are
don't think
you?
they can see you.
Come here, I can't see
Say
you.
hello. This is my assistant.
Hi.
Say hi.
I don't have Asia here today to say hi to you.
We're talking about McDonald's and Dairy Queen. You don't like Dairy Queen, do you?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yes, I
Yes,
do.
you
Yes, I do.
do. What's your favorite?
What's your favorite at Dairy Queen? She likes the dipped cones, the ones with the funky flavors. So.
Cool.
Mommy, somebody low.
Okay. You're gonna say hi too? You wanna say hi?
No, I don't want to just stay in here.
Okay. So
Mommy, somebody low.
hang on, honey.
She wrote it down.
Real quick, if I kind of wanted you to touch on Gracie B Design or Gracie B Doodle Designs. Do you want to talk a little bit about what that is?
Sure. The idea actually had been in the back of my mind for over a year. But when Jay had his heart attack in January, and I like kind of really look at my life and go, I don't know how to run my business. I don't know if I'm going to have a business after this. What can I do to bring in some extra money? And I'm a designer. So there's a whole, you know, from scrapbookers to crafters to people who do dye sublimation. They're always looking for graphics because they might not do the actual designing themselves. But they're looking for quality designs. So I built a website on a platform called Equid, and it allows people to go in and purchase my designs or my papers or whatever, and then they can download them. As soon as their payment clears, they can download them. So I can have designs up there or other items, and if they're digital, they can pay at 2:00 in the morning. I don't have to send them anything. The site just automatically does it. And so another part of that group is I'm doing videos in there as like helpful hints, people that are new to some of these processes. I'll show what I'm doing or experimenting with. They aren't always a success. Sometimes I get a happy accident, but I think being able to help new people that are new to my industry or, even crafters or hobbyists appreciate having like a face that they can go to. And there's some other really good ones in our industry as well. But I just like my small group, and if it continues to grow, awesome. To be able to show them some of the things that I'm working on. And if they buy my designs, that's a bonus for me. It can either be fun money or we can tuck it away for an emergency or new roof for our Iowa house or whatever. So
That's awesome. Where would we find that?
on Facebook, it's Gracie B. Doodle Designs. And I'm horrible because I don't know the web address because I haven't bought a domain yet, which is naughty. I think it's like graciebdoodle.company.site or something like that. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up.
No,
I'm embarrassed.
Facebook page?
What was that?
Is it linked to the Facebook page? So can we get to the website?
Yeah.
Page? Okay. Perfect. Very cool.
Yeah, that's one thing I need to get done, and I need to go buy the domain, so it just goes there because I'm like, I don't know how to get to my own page.
Yeah, it's hard when they get kind of special like that. So,
well, and I ended up, jumping on it, going, okay, I'm going to get this done, and then, you do 10 million other things, and I see a lot of shiny squirrels sometimes.
I'm the same way. I have 2 in my window right now. Oh, that's awesome. Well, cool. This is working very cool. I look forward to Monday, and Alan, I have Alan Aukus coming on. So we're going to try out that paid version, and we're going to stream to Facebook and YouTube and kind of feel out the StreamYard paid version with some of the branding in there. So thank you for sharing all the stuff that you're doing.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, sorry to kind of throw you.
You know what? That's okay because on Wednesday, like I said, I'm going to be on this other podcast, and so it's something I like doing, but I still get like, oh, I got to talk. So it's good practice.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to just like rip off the Band-Aid and maybe not even know it's coming.
Right? Yeah. And this is fun. It's also become, a way to be social during this time when we can't just go hang out with friends or go, have a drink with each other or anything like that. So that's a nice part too. And we just get to share it with other people as well.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Well, hopefully the next time we chat, maybe the next time you get your next webinar going, we can chat again live and we can talk about when it'll be up.
Perfect. And I've been sharing your podcast with a lot of different people. So hopefully they tune in so we can help each other out.
I'm excited for Monday. This was kind of a wing it live, but we won't have so much distraction on Mondays.
That's okay. I'm totally cool with kiddos.
Fridays, everything's out the window by then, right? Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and end our broadcast, and I have a feeling that we'll be able to stay on here and chat a little bit. But thank you, Tanya.
Sounds good. Thank you.